Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lynn Tackett.
This is Shawn.
Welcome to TNT Big Show, and thank you for all the new subs and everything. If you like our channel, please subscribe to it and ring that notification bell. And if you want to help us with the algorithm, you can leave a thumbs up and a comment. And this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. But in the newest Famitsu issue on Nintendo Everything, the whole top 30 are Nintendo Switch games.
This is the third time they've done it this year.
Yeah.
Third time.
I mean, and I'll just say this. I remember when it used to be the PlayStation that would dominate Japan. The PlayStation 1 and 2. Oh, news for gamers, the video game media, and them were all over this.
Yeah.
Now, a few will talk about it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it goes unnoticed.
Yeah.
And remember, folks, when News for Gamers and EGM and all these other magazines would talk about how important the Japanese market was and that Nintendo was making a mistake by not... Notice how... And I know EGM's... Well, they're a website now, and they're much better, you know.
Yeah.
But the fact is, a lot of these same people were around back then. Nothing.
Yeah.
A few people will talk about it and talk about Sony's problems in Japan.
Yeah.
This is serious. The Nintendo Switch sold 192,000 units, almost 193,000, whereas the PlayStation 5 sold 1,800 units.
Yeah.
This is troubling because Sony still is going to get Final Fantasy 16. They're going to get a new Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter World 2 maybe, Resident Evil, and PlayStation 5 is really performing poorly.
Yeah, because, I mean, really, after the 1,804 scalpers and the one person who actually did buy it, just going downhill. It just, no games, zero games. Why? Because, like I've said, Sony has nothing. They have nothing this holiday season. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Pokemon was number one. Yeah. No surprise, but Mario Party Superstars was second.
I tell you, the big winner for me, the big surprise, is Big Brain Academy.
Yeah.
It's still holding on strong. Yeah, I'm very happy for that.
It was third. It'll sell about 2 million copies. It's good for educational training and stuff. And Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury is almost at 1 million in Japan alone. Mario Maker 2 got a nice boost. So did Momotaro Dentetsu. Shin Megami Tensei 5. Mario Odyssey got a big boost.
It's back in the top 30.
Yeah, so did Miitopia, which is a fun little game. That's all you see in here, folks, is Nintendo Switch games. That's it. Nothing else. And I know Microsoft is not blowing the lid off Japan, but they are actually doing pretty decent for them in Japan. We're way outpacing the Xbox One. Microsoft takes it serious. They could sell about 1 million Xbox Series in Japan. And I know that's not, great, but it'll be better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like Sony don't care anymore. They just don't care about Japan. And it shows that Sony is kind of a quitter. People are like, what do you mean? Sony quit, or they're going to quit doing phones. Why? Because they can't handle Samsung and Apple and all these other big behemoths. So Sony cut down on their phone thing. The PSP and the Vita. The PSP sold 80 million systems, but yet Sony dumped the portable market. Just because they couldn't beat Nintendo, they dumped it.
Yeah. And now in the 9th generation of video games, Nintendo's got it won. It's second place. Who's going to add? Sony don't seem to care about that now.
No.
They don't. They don't seem to care about that now.
No, they honestly don't seem to care, and that's kind of pathetic. If that's why Sony fans get nervous, because they're like, oh my god, if Sony don't win all the time, they may quit video games.
Let's hope so. I hope they do quit.
Oh my god, I mean, some of the most popular games now are from Japan. Look at the Monster Hunter series and how popular it is. Persona. Even Shin Megami Tensei 5 did really good. I mean, all these games are getting popular here in the West. What can Capcom and them do? Like, the PlayStation 5 is not selling that well. Our games aren't selling that well. I'm going to just stick it out for loyalty or something. Third-party companies are loyal to one thing, their market share.
Exactly.
It's nothing personal. It's just that's what they want is market share. Like, the reason why Capcom is so big on the Nintendo Switch is because of the Switch selling tons in Japan. So Capcom is giving Nintendo exclusives like, hey, we have faith that your fans will buy these games. So that's why you see Monster Hunter Stories 2 as a console exclusive, or Monster Hunter Rise as a 1-year exclusive. And more smaller to medium developers in Japan, like Falcom and them, are even jumping on the Switch. And Falcom was such a PlayStation drum beater. They love the PlayStation, but now they're starting to switch over to the Nintendo Switch. I mean, I do have to say this. You can't rely on Call of Duty and stuff forever. Madden football.
No.
So, this is a problem, Sony. It's a big problem.
Yeah.
Nintendo is absolutely dominating Japan. Yeah. More big companies are going to look at this and go, yeah, we need to bring our games over.
Well, except for Sega and Namco.
Yeah, for some odd reason, they still have their backside shoved, or their head shoved up Sony's backside. But
I know.
All the other companies are starting to look like, oh boy, Yeah, I do want to call it the video game media because it's one of our favorite things to do. Yeah. That, why don't you talk about why Sony isn't bothering with Japan? Like I said, you'll have some who will mention it once and then they move on.
Yeah.
See, what I'm talking about is when they would make a big deal out of it over and over again. Because did you know that the DualSense controller, folks, is still having drifting problems? Yeah. Boy, they jumped on the Joy-Con thing and kept that train running for years. Why aren't they doing it with the DualSense?
Exactly. Like I said, the sexual harassment, the new sexual harassment.
I've been waiting for Review Tech USA and them to talk about the sexual harassment thing. They talked about the guy who's YouTube takes down videos that mention a certain word, but he did inappropriate things with young people. I'll just say that. Yeah. But the fact is, where's the sexual harassment?
Exactly. Where was the time when Sony took down videos of YouTubers who used Earthbound
music because it was copyrighted by Sony?
Yeah.
If Nintendo had done that, it would have been a national news.
And they'd have still been talking about it today.
Yeah. So when we say the video game media is biased, that's what we're talking about.
Exactly.
They don't want to touch the sacred cow, Sony.
Yeah.
Because this is why, they want video games to be like movies.
Yeah.
And Japan, Sony, it could lead to trouble.
Yeah.
This is Michelle Lynn Tackett.
This is Shawn.
Have a good one. Thank you all for enjoying the video, and thanks to our Patreons for supporting us. You guys help make this video possible. And you can also join our Patreon if you want for as little as $1 a month. You can get things like Jack's Joke of the Week, which will be up later today. You can also join our Reddit, which is TNTEgames. And you can also join our Discord, which is TNT Big Show -3665. And that's not all. We have an Instagram, we have TikTok, and we have a WordPress blog. Thank you all for supporting us so much, and have a wonderful day.